Welcome to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver.
Fuck you, Josh.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Josh takes it.
Along with that one nut.
Oh,
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know.
Well, you know the conversation we were having before. Come on now.
I have no idea what he
Oh,
is
no, that's
saying.
just the boots in a dive bar. Or dress shoes.
Dress shoes in a dive bar.
These aren't dress shoes. These are cool boots.
That's the name. That should be a name of a movie.
Right?
Dress boots in a dive bar.
Yeah.
That's the
Featuring
makings
Joshua.
Yeah. Oh, but see, the guy that's wearing the dress boots have to be some kind of real bad A that.
Oh, that's not Joshua.
Yeah, beats up all of the dive bar people.
Okay, this is starting to sound like that movie with Patrick Swayze.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, Roadhouse. Have you guys seen the new one? The new Roadhouse?
No, I don't know if I want to.
It was not bad. I mean, it's not. If you're expecting it to be anything like Patrick Swayze's, it's nothing.
Okay.
It's nothing like it.
Then I don't know if I'd want to watch it.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's
okay.
It's got good fighting in it. It's got some good fighting. He's the actor.
It's got McGregor, Conor McGregor. He's an actual fighter.
That
He's an
dude,
MMA
the
fighter.
guy, the bad A
okay.
that he's the evil guy that he fights.
evil guy,
Okay, there's some fun.
Okay, don't ruin it.
Okay, there is some fun fight scenes in it. It's worth.
Right.
I thought it was worth watching. It was worth watching. It's not bad.
So, anyways, fuck you, Brad.
Are
My
they big
shoes are
thumbs
very
or little
cool.
thumbs, Bobby?
two deformed thumbs up.
Oh, my God.
Little or big?
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress.
So,
You
anyways.
digress. All right, so where are we going today on the Uber Tales? We are talking to Joshua today. Is that right?
Yep, we're going to take a ride with Joshua.
Taking a ride, and
ladies.
he's going all the way up to Logan. Is that correct?
We are going up to
Logan,
Logan
Utah.
tonight.
What the hell are you doing up there?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I got a ride. I got a ride up there, and I've never been to Logan, so I was like, it's time to see it.
But you normally work during the night. You can't see shit. Why would you go up there?
And you were driving up there at 2 a.m, right?
Yeah, it was probably around 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Yeah, that's.
You're not going to see anything.
It's like,
so
oh
why?
wow,
Cool.
Logan
I
is-
went to Logan.
Logan is so
enough,
quiet, and there's like no traffic.
Right.
If you ever go there during the day, there's lots of traffic.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go during the day then.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can't stand traffic. But I also have a friend that lives up there, and the first time I even hear about Logan, he quotes it. I don't know if you guys want me to say what he called it, but he's like, I live all the way up in blank blank Logan. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what I always associate Logan with now.
Logan.
He calls it he's like, I live up in butt fuck Logan.
Because it's in the
So
middle of
far
nowhere.
away.
I guess, because it's
Yeah.
way up.
It's kind of the countrified in this little. It's cute though. It's really pretty. It's stuck in the little mountains.
Yeah,
in the
it's a
valley.
cool.
It's gorgeous
yeah.
up there.
It's a
actually.
great city to.
but it
to-
is
to be in.
cold.
Yeah, it
It's
does get cold.
Yeah, it was cold that night too.
Home of the Aggies,
Yeah, the Aggies, Utah State.
Utah State.
Yeah.
My alma mater. Actually, I went there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Fancy.
psychology,
All right.
and then I ended up with an information technology degree from a different college.
Bobby, you just get
Okay.
more and more interesting.
Do
I
I?
swear to God, the more
weird,
I learn
huh?
about you.
Yeah,
Well, what are those commercials? The world's interesting man. Bobby.
Yeah.
There we go.
Honestly, we should be showing Bobby's shoes.
Right.
Like,
Oh.
Bobby has the coolest shoes.
Cool shoes.
Now
Is
these
there
you
any-
could wear in a dive
we-
bar.
Yeah. Ooh, look at those badass boots with metal on them.
yeah.
Now you can wear those
Bobby's
to a
got
dive
cool-
bar.
Yeah, whatever, Brad. Brad wore his jank ass sneakers. Okay.
That, you told me dive bar.
He told me time.
Let me put my
All
sneakers
right.
on.
Hey, but you know
Well,
what? What did the girls do? They said, "Yeah, that's more appropriate. Yours aren't."
Listen,
so everybody was on
one
the
of those-
bandwagon
yeah, one
of
of
he
those-
wasn't
Yeah, he
appropriate.
was overdressed.
You
no.
were overdressed with
No,
his
the
t-shirt and his
Yeah.
shirt.
The girl that I invited that I was there on the date with, okay, she liked him. So that's all that
that's
fucking
all that
matters.
matters.
But she
That's
still
all that
gave you
matters.
shit
Nah, she
for
was just
overdressing.
playing. She was having fun.
No,
she
wasn't.
was just following the.
I had the
crowd.
conversation with her.
While he
So-
went to the bathroom, you had a conversation.
Well, I was talking him up.
What did you think? Come on, tell me the truth. What did you think of his shoes? I know you said you
Right.
liked him, but come on, you couldn't possibly
Brad has
have
a
liked
shoe
his shoes.
and foot fetish. It would appear to me. He's all about shoes and feet.
What did she wear? What kind of shoes was she have on?
She
Hell if
actually
I know.
had sandals. Yeah, she had these cool kind of, I don't know, Egyptian-y
See,
sandal
that's
things.
funny. He was watching. See, he's paying attention, Brad. You got to be more observant.
Yeah, Brad.
What the other girls' shoes have? What did the other girls have?
I don't want to say their names, but the other blonde, she had on these. She had these like really low
Flats.
cut. No, not well. Yeah, they were flats, but they were like white, kind of like Converse style.
Oh yeah, that's because
I spilled beer on their shoes.
Oh my gosh! Can't take you guys anywhere.
Hey,
no high heels, huh? That's interesting.
there
High
were no girls with high heels. The other two had on like flat sandals, you know, as well. I think. Yeah.
Very good.
Anyways, so okay, enough about fucking shoes. This ain't the podcast of shoes and a bunch of
The Shoe Podcast. Welcome to the Shoe Podcast.
What do your
where
feet look like?
we talk about the shoes.
Send
It's
in
all
some
about
foot
the
pics.
shoes. Send me some foot pics.
All right,
I'll give you
We
Josh's
actually
number to
could
send him.
maybe make some money on this podcast if we talked about foot fetishes.
yeah, we start selling people's foot.
Right.
Hey, I have pretty feet. I don't know about you guys, but I have very beautiful man feet.
Well, now that
Josh
we talk
hates
about,
men
Brad has
feet.
sent me pictures of his fucking feet. So.
That
Yes,
is awesome.
The only reason I did is because you said you absolutely hate him, and I love to give you shit.
Should we show the audience what they
Oh,
like
absolutely.
to see?
Show Brad's feet.
I do got good
Please do.
You guys
Here we
have seen me in
go.
sandals.
Yeah,
Right
Put
into
it
the,
up there.
right into the camera. We've got there's Brad's
Absolutely.
feet.
Wow, it's blurry, so it looks like you only have 2 toes. Looks like you have webbed feet.
No webbed feet.
But you can see those tan lines.
Damn
This guy
straight,
wears
because I love
sandals.
my sandals.
Okay, all right, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh, if
Very
we
good.
went down this is a show about Uber tales, and
sure?
we will
'Cause we
get
haven't
there
gotten there yet.
eventually.
We will get there. at some point.
All right, Joshua,
Okay.
you get a ride
Yeah.
up to Logan.
Yep.
It's an hour and a half or something
Yeah,
to
I was taking
drive
3 guys. Yeah,
You were
3
thinking-
college boys, probably
back to college.
22, 23.
From the
somewhere
airport, or
around
were
there.
they partying down here?
They were partying down here in Salt Lake. Yeah.
Was that a Saturday?
Yeah, I don't know, but they were at a party because I picked them up. I was like, "Oh, this is cool.
Okay.
This looks like fun." You know, I might just invite myself on it.
Ah.
But I was picking them up. It was winding down, and they were okay. They were, I don't know, they weren't interested. We didn't really talk. They actually fell asleep in my car.
Fell asleep.
Drink
they
too
literally-
much.
They
Passed
literally
out.
slept, in my car. But yeah, anyway, so I get up to Logan and I stopped off, and mind you, it's like 2 a.m. So I'm like, I'm not gonna get any rides. You know, who's gonna? This place is sleepy.
So you're
you
gonna
know?
like call it a night and drive back to Salt
Well,
Lake?
no,
an
I was
hour and
like-
a half.
I was like, I'm gonna go grab some food because I was really hungry. And
You fat ass.
I had to get my
Shouldn't
protein.
eat that late at night.
No, you shouldn't. But I mean,
Unless
I was
you're getting
still, I
up
was like,
for
I
it.
gotta get some food in. So I stop off and at a Maverick gas station, and yeah, I just went in and grabbed some food and I think like an energy drink, and yeah, I was gonna continue driving, but it's a long drive back to Salt Lake. It's like an hour.
What'd you get? One of those Cialises?
No, those are only for snorting. Anyways, but no, I mean, so I pull off, get some food, and I'm sitting there, and I get a ping. And I
Okay.
was like, wow, okay, it's a 3-minute drive, you know, and it's for $5. I was like, that's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah,
That's-
it's 3
that's-
minutes, $5.
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's not bad.
It's
Yeah.
pretty decent. So I was like, awesome. And so as I was sitting
Good there, Bobby?
I know.
Do what, Bobby?
I said good there.
I'm good.
Sure.
So anyways,
I
as I'm
told
sitting
you
there,
I'm in brain fog right now. so.
I should
can-
have brought you out sooner, but yeah.
I can
What?
see.
I should have brought you out sooner.
Where?
Never mind.
Oh my god.
Now I'm just giving you guys shit.
I can see the passenger. I can see like where they're coming from.
Okay.
And I'm literally watching them like on the map
Meander
kind
around.
of walk down the street, and then I see them like, oh, there they are, and I'm watching them walk to the gas station.
So what do you see? What do you see? You see somebody coming out of the dark.
Yeah.
And what are you seeing?
Yeah,
what
so
are you seeing?
so it's a really big Maverick gas station, and then
I
there's
thought you were going to
neighborhoods.
say it's a really big person. They're freaking huge.
No, it's a girl. Clearly, it's a woman.
Oh,
you
so
know?
you can see.
Yeah, I can see their outline.
Well, what is
yeah.
she wearing? What?
So it's cold as hell, and she's wearing a sweater hoodie, you know, and she's got the hoodie up over her head, and she's got it like kind of pulled over her face to like.
And you can
kinda
tell it's
block
a girl just because of the way she's
Just
walking.
body
or-
figure.
Her body figure. I can tell
Okay,
that's a girl.
okay.
and she's wearing like two like double sweatpants. It looks like double layered sweatpants or something. You know, like maybe she's got two pairs on, and clearly it's cold, so she's trying to do her best to stay warm. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, strange, because she's walking to where I'm parked, and so I was like, that's different. Usually you drive to your passenger, but she's walking to me. So I was like, okay, all right, well, I'm just gonna stay here. And and my pickup spot, by the way, was there at the gas station.
So you like pinged right where you were at.
I pinged right where I was at. Yeah.
Nice.
Every now and again that happens.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sitting there. She's I'm watching her walk, down the street, across the street, coming to the gas station, and I can see she's,
and you're thinking,
well,
that's the it's the person.
I noticed because I can see, I can see it
the
pinging.
movement,
I can see the movement pinging, and sure enough, she walks into the gas station. I see her phone's out, and she's like looking around, like, and so I roll down my window and I was like, hi.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
You looking for an Uber?
Josh's typical line.
What's going on, sweetheart?
Yeah, because
all right.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, I'm just on fire.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways. So I roll the window down and I say, hi, Millie, Millie.
Hi, Millie. Do you have vanilla with you? He doesn't even know what that means. He's too young.
He's way too young.
This sounds fucking weird.
Was she singing? That's what I want to know. Or was she lip syncing?
I think it was cold as fuck, so I think she just wanted to get in somewhere warm.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, she's like, she gets into the back.
So what does she do? He's like, oh, I mean, what?
No, she literally just gets
looks
into
at
the
you
back. Yeah, she gets in because obviously I know her name, so she knows I'm her Uber driver. And she gets into the back, and immediately she's like, "Oh, your car is so warm." And I was like, I was like, first of all, it's cold as fuck tonight, but also I was thinking to myself, anytime people say that, I didn't check the exact way, but it had to be at least in the 20s.
Oh, wow.
It was very cold.
This was the other day?
This was maybe like, I don't know, 3-4 days ago, something like that.
No.
Is that cold up there?
No.
It wasn't freezing
guys,
yet.
It was cold.
I would say
not
maybe
freezing, like
40.
You said
technically
20
frigid.
something.
It was not 40s. No, it was cold as hell. Guys, I don't know how cold it is, but if it's so cold that I like roll the window down,
Hey, you're
I'm
from
like,
California.
Fuck, it's
You don't
cold,
know
and
what
I roll
cold
back
is.
Yeah,
up.
you don't know what cold is.
What? Whatever,
Oh wait,
guys.
but you also came from Minneapolis.
I'm
That's
from
cold.
Indiana. And
Okay,
there's
yeah, it
blizzards
gets
out there.
really
It gets
cold.
colder out there than it does here.
Yeah,
Way colder,
true,
guys.
True, that's true.
It gets
it's the
it gets so
humidity,
cold.
but yes.
No, it gets so cold out there. People die from the cold.
People do that here.
People die here too.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I
okay.
think people probably.
But there's
even
literally
die in
like
California
warnings
from
where
the
it's like,
cold.
don't go outside because it's like negative 26 with wind chill. Like people literally die. Anyways,
Okay.
no, I know cold. But
You
like
know
I
cold.
said, when I roll a window down, I'm like, ooh, fuck, it's cold. That's cold. Or
Okay.
when I step
there
out
you
to pump
go,
gas,
Brad. Now you know. When you roll the window down,
Yeah.
and you get a little breeze in there, it's
Josh.
cold.
Oh, whatever.
Right?
Ooh,
Anyway.
it's so cold. Oh my goodness, I'm freezing.
My ankles, not just
My ankles.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I was just beating you to the punch. Anyways.
I was going
Okay.
there, yeah.
So, but no, it's cold. And so, yes, that's what she
Gets
says.
in the
She
back.
says, wow, your car's warm. Anytime someone says that, always in my mind, I'm like, well, how long have you been outside then?
Yeah.
Because clearly she was walking. So I was like, it's kind of weird. Again, usually your passenger doesn't walk to you, the driver, but mind you, I'm at the pickup
That
spot.
seems weird to me. They don't walk to you?
They shouldn't. No.
Why shouldn't
No.
they? I mean, that's why they're getting an Uber, because they don't have a car.
Exactly. Yeah. So you
why-
should drive to them usually, but she walked to the gas station. so
Oh, I
how
see
weird is
what
that?
you're saying. I thought you. Okay.
Yeah.
You meant that usually you drive wherever their location
Yep.
is.
Of course.
But she walked to you.
She walked to
and that
me.
was
Yeah.
weird.
Of course, that's weird.
Okay, I got you.
Even though I'm
Dude,
at the pickup spot, I could
Still
see
learning
she's
this Uber
walking
thing.
to where I
Right.
was. So that tells me like, where is she coming from? Because if you're coming from a house, you would just walk out of your house when the Uber driver gets there. But she didn't.
Was she coming from the college, maybe?
And keeping in mind
No.
it's
It's a
2:30
neighborhood. Yeah,
a.m.
it's
in the
2:30 a.m.
morning. I mean, that's just weird.
Yeah, and
Dude.
I'm near a neighborhood. It's literally a big gas station. There's just neighborhoods all around it.
Oh,
just
wow.
houses.
Okay,
and-
yeah.
So I was like, nah, something's strange. Like again.
Yeah, you get that feeling,
Well, you just put together a story like, well, where the hell is she coming
Yeah.
from? And then she gets in, oh, it's warm in here. It's like, well, how long have you been outside? Again, you walk
2
to my
days.
car. How long? Yeah. So we start the drive, and again, it's a very short drive. It's just 3 minutes, So it's very good for me. It's a $5 ride for just 3 minutes. It's over $1 a minute.
And she's probably going to give you a really big tip.
So, anyways, as I'm driving her, I talk to her. I always, like I say, I always ask the same things. I say, how's your night going, or how are you doing? Something along those lines. And she says to me, she's like, "Well, I'm homeless." And I said, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Oh,
that's a plot twist."
That's the first words
out
of her
thing
mouth.
She says, "I'm homeless." Yeah. And I said to her, I was like, "Oh," I said, "I'm sorry to hear that." And I said, I was like,
"Would you like to come home with me?"
No.
If you be my maid, you could live in my house. You didn't say that?
No, not quite. No, I'm pretty clean. I don't.
You don't need a maid.
Maids.
You don't need a maid.
Cleaning. Anyways, so I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." And I was like, "What's the story? What happened?" And she.
Oh, really? You're just gonna throw down? Come on, tell me. How'd you get homeless? I mean, gosh.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm looking at her. It's not like she has like a fucking knapsack on her shoulder.
Oh, she does.
No, she doesn't.
I was like, oh, she does. That's classic.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. So that's why I'm like.
So she says she's homeless, and she doesn't have anything but the clothes on her. There's nothing else. She doesn't have a little bag or anything.
No, I didn't even see a purse or anything. It just.
Oh, wow.
I mean, she had her cell phone, obviously, but. Yeah, so I was like, well, what happened? And she starts to kind of walk me through a couple things. And of course, I asked her, I was like, "I'm so sorry to hear this." I was like, "Is there anything I can, well, I guess I'll tell about that later." But, yeah, she starts,
What did he do for her?
Oh, dear God. Anyways, she tells me that she used to live in Atlanta, Georgia. And she moved out here.
How'd she move up here? Yeah.
She moved out here with her boyfriend. Okay. And I was like, "Oh, your boyfriend." I was like, "Okay." And she said her and her boyfriend were living in a Tacoma truck.
Oh, wow.
They were living in a truck. And he kicked her out of the truck.
That night.
Ooh. And so she's like, "So I'm homeless. I have nowhere to stay. I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to live."
You think maybe he's just upset a little bit and he needed to?
I have no idea. But if I were a dude living in a truck, I'd probably be upset too. With a couple things in life.
Oh, absolutely.
But, it's like, what decisions have I made to wind me up living in my Tacoma truck?
Yeah, with my girlfriend that he brought from
Atlanta, Georgia, apparently. So
that's a long.
I mean, are they like traveling cross country?
No, they'd been living there. Because I asked her, I was like, "Well, how long have you been here?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, for quite a while." She's like, "At least I think 7 months or something like that."
Oh, wow.
Okay. At least 3 or 4 days.
And I was like, "You live in she's like, "Yes, a Tacoma truck
specifically."
Yeah, and I was like,
a truck? Is it is it a 4-door at least?
It could be, depending on the model.
I don't know. I didn't ask. I said, "What model is he?"
I would
at
be
least have like
is there a bed in the back
seat?
I'm assuming there's a back seat.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "Wow, sleeping must be uncomfortable." And she's like, "No, there's plenty of room."
There's plenty of room. There you go.
And so I was like, "Okay, so you've been living."
She was living large. Living in her Tacoma.
She's got
her boyfriend until
her boyfriend's Tacoma truck, and he kicked her out. One part, it's kind of comical, it's like, Jesus Christ, you're living in a truck and you got kicked out of the truck and now you're homeless. There's a dude somewhere in this world who has a girlfriend that's stuck with him, who has nothing but his fucking truck. And I was like, how am I single? No, I'm just kidding.
You never know.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
I
really,
can go into that, but that's another story.
Yeah, it's my.
We could change this into
my boots, apparently.
Damn straight.
It's the
so,
session.
anyways,
we could have a session.
We need to
intervention.
We really do
with Joshua.
Yeah, no more shoes for me. You guys can just pick all my shoes out for the rest of the year.
Maybe you should just go barefoot. There are people out there that just go barefoot all the time.
Yeah, Brad. Anyways, so
only when
he's at New Beach.
Only when he's at New Beach. We should talk about that. I do have to ask, how the hell do you just randomly, accidentally end up at a nude beach?
Fucking Google.
Aren't there signs and stuff?
No,
there should be some signs that go, "Hey, people naked here."
No signs. As a matter of fact, I stopped a family that was getting ready to go down and told them, "Hey, just be careful." No signs.
Hey, fam, you guys know you got to take your clothes off.
Clothing is optional.
Oh, is it? It was optional.
Were there kids?
Yeah, I've always thought that would be. Would it be weird to like have clothing at a nude beach? Is
Well,
that
people were
weird?
doing it.
Did
so,
you
I
feel
mean,
there were
weird,
people-
Yeah,
Brad?
there were. Huh?
No, there
you
were
feel
people
weird?
that were clothed too.
Did
Yeah,
that?
there were
did
people that were
Indian
clothed.
guy give you shit because he was naked and you weren't?
No, I didn't even pay attention to him.
Take
Yeah,
off
he
your
tried
clothes.
not to. He tried not to look. It's like he's flinging around there. He's like, "Oh man, please walk away.
Little TikTok
walk
just
away."
bobbing back and forth. Take off your clothes.
Okay, and that segment brought to you by Brad's Bare Feet. Can we go down a tangent or what?
Oh,
So let's get back to the story. Before we,
How do we
if
go
I can
from
break it down.
homelessness and a serious topic?
To Brad has
naked
ugly
beaches.
feet. I'm just kidding.
I do not.
End up at a nude beach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So okay. So anyways, yeah. So, I don't even know where I want to talk.
you're driving
Tucked
her.
inside there?
You're
Yeah.
driving her somewhere. We don't know
I'm
where
taking-
you're driving her.
I don't even know where I'm taking her because I've never been there, so I don't know the areas.
Well, you're just taking her to the coordinates. You
yeah,
don't
I'm just
know,
taking
yeah.
her to the coordinates. I have no
Yeah.
idea, but I'm driving her, and
Did she
so
say any more stuff? About
Yeah, she's telling me she's from Atlanta, Georgia. She's homeless now, blah, blah, blah. And I asked her, I said, do you have any family? Do you got any family? She's like, I have no family out here. I don't know anyone other than my boyfriend.
So why didn't she say, "Yeah, I have family, just not out here"? That's weird because you
well, that's what-
specifically said, hey, "Do you
I
have
said, do you
family?"
have family out here?
Oh, you
Yeah.
did say
Oh,
out here.
so he-
Because
Oh,
she's
I see.
homeless. And in my mind, I was like, I'm only taking you
Well, if
3
she
minutes away.
moved
If you
here-
have family,
yeah.
I was like, I'll
I
just
can
take
drive
you
you
to your,
to-
yeah,
to
I'll just
your
take you
family.
to your family instead. Even if it's like, because you never know. Maybe like, well, they live in Salt Lake. It's like, well, I'm
Well, I'm
heading back to
driving
Salt
down
Lake. Yeah, so I'll just take you to your family instead.
Mhm.
Because if she's homeless, maybe she can't afford to get down to Salt Lake. Like my
Right.
brain's thinking
Yeah.
like on these
Ah.
levels.
Ah,
So-
what a nice guy. Joshua's
He's
such
not
a
a
nice
nice
guy.
guy.
Anyways, so she was really upset.
Oh, you could tell she was distraught.
She's distraught. She's upset. And so, I told her, I was like, yeah, I felt bad because she's like, oh, I don't have any family, and I'm homeless. She's like, that's when she told me she's from Atlanta, Georgia.
That's the start of a great movie, just like Pretty Woman or something, where you take her home and you feed
be.
her. She becomes a little kitty cat.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's, I'll leave
Every
that,
time I throw
I'll leave that to
curveballs
you.
at Joshua's, he's like, "I'm not
No.
going to take it. I'm not going to take the bait, dude. I'm not going there,
Back
man."
to the
So
story.
yeah, so as we're getting, I tell her, I said, I feel really bad. It's like, is there anything I can do to help you? Like anything I could do?
Short of take you home with me.
Yeah, short of that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually says to me, she's like, could I stay with you for a few hours, like hang out with you, or just stay in your car for
Warm
a few
up.
hours?
I do have some frostbite going
And
on.
yeah,
On his toes.
and
Her
I mean,
toes.
yeah, exactly. So as she said that, I was like,
I would do just about
This is a
anything
bit-
for you, but not that.
I was like, well, I'm Ubering for one, so I can't have other passengers with me Ubering. But two, I
This
know
was your last right.
this is like my last. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay up here in Logan, at like 3 a.m. now. I'm gonna head back to Salt Lake City, Cause
Did you tell her that you're actually in Salt Lake?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
told
no,
her, "Hey, I just drove up here because I had a ride, and now I've got to drive back."
Well, I told her, yeah, I said I'm Ubering and I'll be heading to Salt Lake City. Like I have to go back to Salt Lake. And so she's like,
she can go,
she
"Oh,
got
I'd
it.
love
She's
to
like,
be in Salt Lake. That would be so
no,
much better."
No, she's just like, okay. Like she's just like, okay, I
So
get
she
it.
was just grabbing at something, maybe that you could just be her
Anything, yeah.
friend for a couple hours.
Well, I don't. I
She was
well,
totally
I
distraught.
don't know. I have no idea. I mean, it's open interpretation
It's
to anyone listening.
fascinating
I
to
have
me.
no idea. But what I know is, what goes through my mind immediately is I'm a complete stranger. I'm a guy. I'm not necessarily like a small guy. So it's like, to me, it's kind of a spooky idea that you have this 24-year-old girl, that's how old she was, and she's alone, no family, no boyfriend, no friends apparently. I mean, that's a pretty dangerous kind of circumstance to be
Yeah.
in. And you're willing to, you want to spend hours with this random stranger, this guy at like that you've met as an Uber driver at 238.
What was
That's about as desperate as you can possibly get.
That's pretty
think.
bad.
It reminds me of that one girl. Was it Gabby Petito or something like that? That they were traveling cross country.
Oh yeah.
The guy ended up murdering
her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend.
Yeah,
So,
that was
you
some
gotta be
sad
leery
stuff.
on things
man.
like that. So
And they had been traveling for months on end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, that's a personal. They had a relationship with each other. You know, they worked out a plan. Like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna travel. I'm just a stranger.
Well, she got lucky, and he just kicked her out of the
that's
car.
What I'm saying. I mean, like, I don't know,
I
don't know what other context it is, but I don't know if maybe she's in a bad situation with her boyfriend. I mean, I hope nothing.
Maybe she's being super abused.
Yeah, you don't know.
Well, I mean, kicking her out on a cold night, that's pretty abusive, actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. Yeah, I mean, but, tensions can flare, I'm sure, when you live in a fucking, tiny
Not a lot of space there. It's not like you can hey, I'm going to the other room. I'm going to cool down for a minute.
Just get out, bitch.
I'm going to turn my back.
Yeah, here, I'm putting this blanket up.
Yep.
So you stay on that side.
You're on your side.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, it's not funny,
I couldn't
but it's
do that.
kind of it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of sad. Like,
super sad.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
Gosh.
Obviously, when she said that in my head, I was like, that's kind of comical because I just think about two people, like, get over to your side of the seat, like, put the visor up. I don't want to look at you.
Yeah, it's one thing for one person to live in a vehicle by themselves.
But two people.
That would be tough.
That's crazy.
My assumption was she's 24. I was like, her boyfriend probably goes to college up here,
Really?
Well,
That's
I mean,
what
that
you
was
thought?
my assumption. Yeah, I was like,
Because
maybe
it's
like a college
for people that are
student or
listening, it's a
something.
college town.
It's a college town.
Yeah. Okay.
So that friend I had that calls it buttfuck Logan, he goes to college up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's why I was like, okay, I know it's a college
they
town.
also call it the party college.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Supposedly.
Lots of cow tipping up there.
Yeah, there's not much to do. So you got to just party.
Cow tipping. Okay, wow, I didn't know we lived in that kind of state. But
Yes, it definitely.
Yes,
Are
it's
you
so
kidding?
desolate up
Oh
there.
It's
my
like,
gosh.
yeah, I used to tip the cows
Tip
all
the
the
cows
time.
over.
No, never done it.
Anyways, so that's what I assumed, and
So what'd you tell her after she said, "Can I hang with you for a couple hours?"
I just told her, I said, I'm Ubering and I got to head down to Salt Lake City. I'll be driving down to Salt Lake. And she's like, oh, okay. And by the time we're rolling up to her destination, I see it's a Planet Fitness. And so I said to her, I was like, is it actually open? I was like, because if it's not open, I mean, obviously, we'll work something else out. It's okay. Because I didn't think it would. It didn't say 24-hour or anything like that. I thought she just picked a destination because she's desperate. Like, I got to get somewhere. And so she's like, it should be open. And she gets out. She goes. The door opens and she goes inside. And yeah, I just
starts working on her chest.
I highly doubt it.
Starts doing some curls.
She probably went to the locker room and just sat in there so that she had a warm place, not to be outside because it's quite.
Dude,
that's kind of sad.
Yeah. And I asked her
I don't
too,
know how you guys do it.
you know-
I couldn't do what you guys. I know I've said that a million times.
Yeah.
It's just so. I don't know. That's hard, man.
Yeah, it is. And it's when this type of thing happens, so this is usually I'll text or call Brad if there's something I'm like, man, I'm feeling a certain way, or I'm feeling bad, or maybe something really funny happens. I'll be like, hey, Brad, guess what just happened? Because Brad works a little bit into the night.
Yeah,
usually,
not much, but yeah.
Sometimes up till 11, maybe 12.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll be awake at 1. We
It's
sound like some
rare.
old fucking married couple right now. Like, he's awake at 1 and I give him a call.
Hey, honey.
Yeah.
How you doing, hon? Can I tell you a story that happened to me today?
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, obviously it's 3, so I was like, yeah, Brad's asleep.
Sleeping.
Whatever.
What was going on in your head? I'm just curious.
In my head, I'm looking at this 24-year-old girl wrapped up in as many layers as she can get. She has nothing with her. She's homeless. What's going on in my head is, and when I asked her too, because I specifically asked her, I was like, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? And she laughed. She's like 24. Like she was embarrassed. Like it was almost like
She knows.
how
She's
at 24
old
am
enough
I,
to know better.
yeah, how am
Yeah.
I in this position at 24 years old? I'm homeless. It was like almost embarrassing for her. And so my thinking is like, what decisions did she make to kind of get her into this? And I was thinking, like, what's her story? Her story, maybe she fell in love with this guy. he's like, I'm moving out to Utah to a place called Logan. And she's like, well, I love you. I want to be with you forever and ever and ever. And so she moves out with him, you know, and she's kind of like following that, I don't know, maybe
pipe dream
or that love in her heart for the guy. And the guy, you know, it ends up not working out or whatever. And he kicks her out. Now she's got no boyfriend. She's got no family.
Home,
she's got
family.
No home. She's just like really in a bad position. So my thinking was something along those lines of, what kind of choices do we make in life where our intentions are good? Maybe it's we're making a decision out of love, but it puts us at a huge like risk, or we're the ones that are like potentially going to get screwed, you know. And I was looking at her as she walked in, and I was like, that's not good, you know. That's sad. She's royally fucked, you know.
Yeah.
And who knows what kind of family she has, if she even has family. Can they get her a plane ticket? Can they send her money? Like, what, you know? It's like, what's she gonna do?
I find it fascinating too, because we hear from the media and the news a lot of times that homeless is drug abusers or mentally handicapped folks. Yes. But it doesn't. We talked, and I don't think you said this, but she definitely didn't seem on any kind of drugs or alcohol or anything like that. She seemed completely sober.
Yep. And
obviously, also mentally, she seemed totally like a person that didn't have any mental issues or anything like that.
I mean, you know, debatable girls. You know,
3 in the morning.
I
mean, stupid choices isn't, you know, mental disability.
I was making a mean joke because I was like, you know, some girls
fucking asshole.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just being funny.
But my point is that's interesting. This is real world. This is the world. You never know. You make decisions and you end up in a space where you definitely didn't want to. I mean, this isn't something she said, man, I want to be homeless up in Logan, Utah. That would be the coolest thing ever, right?
Exactly. Just the person.
How do we as people, how does that happen to us in our lives? I mean, I know I've made very dumb decisions, and luckily I have learned a lot from them, and hopefully maybe she will learn something a lot and grow and move forward and have a better life. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Making decisions and maybe stupid decisions that help us grow and learn and move forward.
The way I look at it is like, I mean, I feel absolutely horrible hearing this story about how this girl can put herself in a situation to be homeless when she appears to be good and can thrive in life. But what I've realized is sometimes people just need to have the life experiences to understand and to know what they don't want. And sometimes things that happen in your life shape you to who you are. So it sucks and it's hard, but maybe this is teaching her a little bit of humbleness and gratitude of what she doesn't want out of life.
Yeah, I think sometimes...
Or maybe what she had back when she lived in Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, because she came from somewhere. So maybe she had a family. She had food,
maybe she fought with them. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this brings her closer to her family in some way.
And there's a lot of speculation. It's cool, but it is interesting for us to think about that. And I kind of push it back to my life and think about, wow, yeah, the decisions that I've made, and also the gratitude that I have for what I do have.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, I've went through some crappy stuff, and now my life is pretty good. I've got to admit, I'm very grateful and humbled by what I have. And I'm thankful for that.
Absolutely.
What's that saying, guys? They say life's greatest lessons is a broken heart and an empty pocket. Mm-hmm. And I think she had both that night.
Yeah.
Both
double whammy. She's learning quickly.
Yeah.
I think the big thing that I get from this whole thing is actions have consequence.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
your actions do have consequences, and without sounding like an asshole,
except you are one.
Well, yes,
go ahead.
But I mean, maybe this is humbling for her. Maybe this is supposed to teach her something in life that she's supposed to learn. Maybe she had a falling out with a family or with her family, and maybe now she's realizing the gratitude of having a family.
Yeah,
because she doesn't have that.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we've all done stupid shit in our lives. I mean, I'm very grateful for
story.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm very grateful.
Yeah, we all
for
have
her.
our own. Yeah, we all have our own.
Absolutely.
but
Stupid decision story.
Again, with the stupid decisions thing, it's like sometimes in life, and I always say this: you gotta weigh the risk. And it's gotta be a balancing act. You gotta like risk to reward, risk to reward.
but when you're 24, you don't generally think that way.
Well, that's my point with her.
Yeah.
Did she follow her heart? Was she like, I'm so in love with this guy. I love him.
Very well could have been.
I want to be with him. I want to be his wife.
Yeah.
And then finds out she's got to live in a truck with him. And it's like, okay, that wasn't ideal. I guess we don't have an apartment, or maybe he had a job, lost a job, couldn't keep it because he's a flaky dude that puts people out at 3 a.m.
Or maybe he went out looking for her after, and he was freaked out. He was sorry. He was sad.
Could have been
looking for her, and oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And they got back together, and
she
they both got a good job.
He put her out.
Well, but people do stupid things when they're mad.
True.
And they might not mean it. Maybe he was looking for her immediately and she ran away. I mean, who knows? I like to look at maybe the more positive side of things. But
I look at the more.
The sad part is she could have disappeared. I mean, if you were an evil person as an Uber driver,
absolutely,
she could have disappeared and probably nobody would even thought 100%. About her for months, weeks. Who knows?
There's a lot of dark spaces in between here and Logan at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh yeah.
That does remind me in this story. There was actually a former Uber driver that ended up murdering somebody else. They met on a dating app, and he dumped her up in Logan Canyon.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. Wow.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
It's a dark world. Hopefully she will have learned some things, and maybe she's still working out at the fitness place. Maybe she got a job.
She's waiting for Josh to go and pick her up. Fucking asshole.
That's what I'm hoping. All right, this has been a pretty deep. This has been a pretty deep one. Do you guys got any delights? Maybe change it up a little bit. Delights or gripes? Any of that stuff out there, just to kind of move forward.
Kind of staying in the theme of gratitude and gratefulness. I went on vacation this week, and I took some Ubers around, and I was able to understand.
Did you hand out some cards?
I sure did, and I even got some contacts.
Oh, nice.
But what that did make me do is that it made me feel grateful that there are other good drivers out there.
So you had some good ones.
I had some really good ones.
Did you have Did you have any crappy ones?
No, but I was kind of
pretty decent.
This guy was taking forever to show up. It said an 8-minute pickup, and it took him 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, I canceled. And then I got somebody, and he made me wait like 15 minutes. But
dang.
But I think I think there was more going on.
Altogether, that's like what, like
You're
40
used to
minutes of
Utah.
waiting?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, no, I mean, so I got stuck at the airport, and then my flight got canceled. So I think it was there were more than just my flights that were canceled because of the weather. So I think it was just
busy,
very busy, and people just couldn't get through. So, but I didn't know that until I.
And Uber gouges everybody when that happens.
Surprisingly, no, it wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
So
let's gouge them. They're all screwed. Come on, let's get some money out of them.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty much.
So, well, there you go. You got any gripes or delights?
Gripes or delights? No.
Jeez, what went on in his head? He just went off laughing. Know, right? Come on, what happened there?
I know,
something went off.
Gouge him.
you still
get these fuckers dry every time they got.
Soak them from as much money as we can take.
Exactly. It feels like that sometimes. Here's my gripe, and maybe I shouldn't say it because it's biting the hand that feeds, so to speak, but Uber takes a very high percentage of each ride. People don't realize, so for anyone listening, they're taking anywhere between 50 to 70%.
Really?
What you pay is mostly going to Uber.
Majority of what you pay is going to Uber. So if it's, say it's a what Brad, like a $20 fare, just to make it simple for people, if it costs $20 for you to get the ride,
like $8-9.
Well, I'm not getting $8-9. I'm getting like 4 or 5.
No, you're not getting
I'm getting like 5. I'm dead. Yeah, I am. I'm getting like $5.
How do you know? Because you guys don't know how much they pay.
Because I will ask.
Oh, you ask?
I do ask some riders will divulge the information, and then if they're asking me, then I say, hey, actually, I screenshotted how much I got for this ride, and I'll show you if you want to know.
Yep.
Because you screenshot every time.
Damn straight, because I've caught Uber actually taking money from me.
Yep. Same with me.
Yeah. What do you do about it?
I called them and
Call them out.
they basically were able to fix it. But
they actually did something about it.
they did, which is
That's
good. But
interesting.
Same with
how
me.
many people don't have the proof because they don't do that?
Well, they're not seasoned drivers like you guys. You guys have got it figured out.
A lot of drivers just assume, Uber's being accurate.
Uber will take care of me. I'm okay.
Yeah, Uber will take care of me. No, I've got the same thing where I'm like, hey.
Well, don't you think though that's because you're seasoned driver? I mean,
No.
new people maybe. You think there are people that have been driving a long time
I
and
think
still
there's
feel
just
that way?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think there's people that just
Interesting.
blindly trust Uber, and I've caught them. Same thing. Mine specifically was pretty atrocious. It was a $17 fare for me. For the ride was $17. At the end of it, I got something around I want to say 13 or 12. And I was like, what? I was like, this ride when I accepted it was 17. Fortunately, I had the screenshot, sent it to Uber, and they
fixed it.
They fixed it, but I was
That's cool.
oh, is it? Now imagine they do that 5, 10, 15, 20 times, because say in a week you do 100 plus rides, over 100, right? And they do it to 10 of your rides. That's well over $100 you've just lost.
Yeah. I guess that when you look at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know why you guys do it, but anyway, whatever. Good job. I'm glad.
It's about the human people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, it is,
help
and we can
people.
do the show because of it. That's cool.
Right.
All right,
Added
folks.
benefit.
Any last words or this
Fuck
one's-
Josh.
this one's-
One nut.
I love it every time Josh is like, I have this really quick one. We have this really quick one. We've been going 40-something minutes.
I have 2 nuts.
Anybody
You
that's
start the
listening,
one up
Brad has 2 testicles. Joshua has
Brad
2
has no
testicles.
testicles. Brad's actually
He lost his in the war.
yeah. Brad is a 210-pound transgender woman.
What was my name? Brandy?
Yeah,
Oh, my
exactly.
God. All right, that's it. That's a perfect place to stop the show. I got to figure out what I'm doing here. All right, people. I don't know why you're doing it, but for some reason you're listening to this show.
And call in if you have any questions or comments.
801-999-8098.
Or email us at
Uberpodcasts at Gmail.
Ubertails Podcast
Ubertailspodcast at gmail.com. You've been listening to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver.
Unless he has one nut.
One leg?
One nut.
Why shoot him? He's only got 1 nut.